Hey guys, welcome to another segment of why self love is so damn important. And this is going to be inspired from my mom. Of course, I invited her to be on with me. But of course, if you know my mom, she said, you can share this message on your video. I don't need to be on the video. She's shy and very private. So this is inspired from Mother's Day. We had a conversation at nighttime of what the difference is between self love and being selfish. I love this conversation. In fact, she loved it so much. She was so into it. So I'm just going to lead this conversation with her message, and then I'll have a conversation about it afterwards. And I'm going to share how I immediately had more selfish times and how it led me into self love. And you can see so that when you experience a certain situation, you could see, is this a self love type of situation or is this a selfish type of situation? So, my mom broke it into two things very clearly. When you're practicing self love, you're able to take care of yourself financially, health wise, and also you're able to live by your own values. You're sticking to that, which is basically damn near it. I talk about how you're taking care of yourself financially, and I talk about emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, which could go into health because that's being healthy in those areas. And with the value part, that totally goes with the spiritual side because you're living by your truth. So when I hear your values, I think of values as like your truths, what you believe is right, and you're living by that. And then I talk about your physical health too. So that can all go in the health category. And then the values, it goes into the spiritual category. And yeah, and she basically said when you're able to really take care of yourselves in those areas, your family, the close ones around you, let's just say that, they are not hurt by those actions because they're actually being less worried about you that you're not doing okay. So that usually doesn't hurt people. And if it does, then perhaps it's just a reflection of something that's going on with their pains. Maybe there could be jealousy or they don't recognize what self love is, so they deny it. So, right. So that's a whole nother spectrum. But overall, self love hurts people less. And I would like to add that you are way more considerate of your family's feelings because when you practice self-love, you also become more aware, and there's space for you to actually care for other people. So when you care, you're taking their feelings into consideration, and you're just way more mindful. And there's so many examples I can get into that. Like, for an example, I have more space in my life now because of the self love, and I'm more aware. So I'm always making sure that I'm communicating with my parents. I know that they would love to hear from me at night, right? They would love to hear where I'm at or like when I'm coming home. They just would just like to hear from me so that they know that their child is okay, right? Is that too much to ask? But of course, depending where you're at, you might feel like that is too much and you just want your parents off your back. That's a whole nother conversation. Anyways, so self love, my mom breaks it down. When you're able to take care of yourself in those areas, you make your close ones less worried. So they're not going to be hurt from those actions of you taking care of yourself. And then there's being selfish, where your actions are hurting the people around you and they are even more worried about you. So with being worried comes with stress, and then that's a pain area, right? And she gave me an example, like when a husband is choosing to be out with his friends and going drinking to the bars and stuff instead of coming home to his wife and kids. Yeah, doing that is he's being happy, but then it's hurting his family. And I immediately recognized that kind of behavior. And this is a made up thing, by the way. She's just giving an example, but for me, there was a time in my life where I was doing literally the same thing. Any chance that I got to go to a party or hang out with friends or be with my boyfriend, it was like yes, 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 yes to drinking and everything. I did the whole thing, and I just avoided being at home with my family. I chose to build relationships out there versus my family. And so when I heard that, I said, yeah, this is definitely a selfish act because from hearing that, I already know that there is a pain area. There's some sort of block pain area where the husband most likely is avoiding something that needs to be dealt with at home. There needs to be some sort of ironing out. There's just something that's not right, that he is afraid to, or not ready, or doesn't feel safe to really discuss it and, make amends to make it better. And that's what I did. I avoided the problems and the situations at home. And it was way easier for me just to be out there drinking and all the instant gratifying things. So that's why it's not self-love. I was taking care of my pains in an instant gratifying way versus a fulfilling way. So those are the major differences. So whatever it is that you're going through, if you are experiencing pain because someone is not being considerate of your feelings and they're out there doing something else that has instant gratifying activities, know that that person is in pain, and that's currently what they're doing to survive, to take care of those pains. When people are dealing with pains in a way that's in a healthy way, we worry less. We're not going to be hurt by them taking care of their pains in a healthy way. Oh my gosh, I'm just having flashbacks of my past. It makes so much sense. And we ask ourselves, why is it that they want to hurt us? Well, the thing is, I will tell you, just from reflecting and everything from my end, and even from people that I experience pain with, they don't actually know that they're hurting you. And even if they know that, like, if you found out that this is what they've been doing to take care of their pains, yeah, it's they're not going to be very proud of that. So it has shame and guilt. And also there could be a side where they're just completely unaware because they're so much in pain. And so they need to go out there and do things to avoid that pain, to fill in that void, as they say. So when people are in pain, is very like this. Because at the time when I was going out clubbing and stuff like that, I didn't know that it was hurting my family. I knew that I just wanted to be somewhere where I can feel better about myself. And at that time, it was drinking and dancing in the clubs and being with other people. So with that said, you guys, what memories, what things is coming up? Just know that people, it's a very tricky area. So let me know your thoughts down below. Share this out if you feel like someone could use this talk. And if you need self-love support, go ahead and click the link in my bio and we can go from there. All right, guys, I will see you guys on next video. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.